Hola, y'all. I am back. Look at my hair. It's out. It's growing. It's doing its thing. Um, hola. So I have one light on because for those of you who do not know, I live in Merida, Mexico. It is hot. It is hot. Um, so if I turn on all these lights so that y'all have a better picture of me, then I will be hot, guys. And guess what? I am not doing. I am not trying to raise my electric bill. Speaking of electric bills, I just paid my electric bill today. It's due like October 2nd or something. And it went up again. It went up again. It's like 1,019 pesos, which is like with the what is I keep, when I do my calculations, I calculate it as though the pace was at 17 because it's going up and down right now. Whether or not it's going up and down, that's not a thing that I really consider because I already have my pesos in a anyway, I calculated it at 17, right? And so when I calculated it at 17, it's about $59 and some change that I paid today. So yeah, my bill is going up. I don't like that. I want to say last time, not last month, but the month before, because you get your bill every other month. I want to say that bill was like $54. Y'all see what I'm saying? My bill is going up. So I we ain't turning on these lights because then I'm gonna be hot. Hold on, I got a cough. So, what I want to talk to you about today, I got a monster story, and then I want to talk to you about how I'm adjusting to life in Merida. First of all, I am still so grateful that I am here. I am learning a lot about myself. I am growing myself. I am doing better, and I am seeing how I process things that don't work for me, and I'm doing better and better with adjusting and moving forward. So, a huge thing, I just want to make sure that people know that if you have an issue um, in the United States, and I'm going to give a concrete example. I'm not just gonna say if you have an issue and you come here, your issue gonna still be with you. Like I'm gonna actually give you a real my take on it and how it's affecting me. But if you have something that you're dealing with in the United States, when you come here, especially someone like myself, I am not here with a family. I am not here with anyone. Like I don't hang out with anyone. I cannot call someone and say, hey, can we hang out? Hey, I just need somebody to bounce my Spanish off of. Like I don't have that. People who are in households who have children and all that other stuff, you can practice your Spanish, you can do all that. I'm just gonna be sitting here looking at myself. Like I don't even look at myself because the mirrors are back there and I'm not going back there to look in the mirror. Um, so one of my major issues, any of you who know me, who have heard stuff about me, listen to me when I talk or whatever, OCD, right? OCD is one of my things. I was working on my OCD before I left. Um, I was working on my OCD, y'all. Sometimes you can't tell, but I was working on my OCD. And so I get here and it like the progress, I feel like the progress and the process that I was making was just like it jumped out the window. It jumped out the window. And I was just like, but and it was like, girl, no, you see all that stuff that you in? Oh, hell no. Do you see that? I know you see that. And so I was like, but so I'm starting over with that. In the United States, sometimes just to go out to eat would be an issue for me because I'm like, I know those people back there, like everybody ain't washing their hands. The stuff ain't 1,000% clean. I know people got stuff. Like please just let the mice or bugs or whatever the case be on the floor, not up on the counters. Just things like that. Just things like that. And so what I would do is if I'm going out to eat, especially at a restaurant, I would go with somebody. Because when I go with somebody, guess what I'm doing the entire time? I'm talking to you. I'm focused on you. I'm giving you eye contact. I'm not looking around and be like, oh, hell no, I can't do it. I gotta go. Like I don't do that, which I have done. I have tried to be the big girl and go into certain restaurants or places or whatever. And I open up the door and I'm like, I can't. I can't. I am not like No. Yeah. So yeah, just but if I'm with groups or if I'm with another person or something like that, then I do much better because I'm focused on you. I'm talking to you, and yeah, we can do that. And I also don't go out to eat with dirty people. So like if I'm having an issue or if they're having an issue, then it's okay. It's like, girl, now we got to go someplace else, or that's not even going to meet our standards. Like we got to go someplace and we got to do something. So yeah, I was talking to somebody earlier and they was like, yeah, pizza. Like I had to turn my head because you see them flipping the pizza with their hands and stuff. I don't want your hands all on my crust. And I was like, oh, like that part didn't bother me. But again, it's just how that's how we are. Like when you sometimes you aren't always the one that's just like, girl, you got too many issues and you need to get over it. Like I was working on my OCD. People knew that I was working on my OCD. So yeah, I get here and it's just like I don't have the people person to bounce stuff off of or to focus on or to help me get that out of the way. Although I still do, I will call somebody up and get them on video, right? Get someone on video and it helps take my mind off of the overwhelm, because it's not just OCD at that time, it's OCD and it's being in a place where everyone is speaking a language that I don't quite understand. Um, and I speak some, but even though I can speak some to you, it feels like it doesn't do me much good when I don't understand what you're saying back to me. like, like if I ask for help for something, I can ask for help for something, but whatever you tell me in response, trust me, I didn't learn it yet. I didn't learn it yet. And I'm not sure what you're saying. I'm not. So yeah, it's just that type of thing. And so I would get somebody on the phone and we would just go through and it made me feel better. It makes me feel like I have less of a burden on me because I'm with somebody. And so that's how I am working through some of those things. OCD, my OCD is my spaces. I really like my spaces to be clean. I like my hands to be clean. I like my hands to be clean and my hands to be clean. Um, and so when I first got here, everybody was always just like, don't drink the water, don't drink the water, don't drink the water. The water's nasty, the water's dirty, the water's this, the water's this. And so I'm like, but wait, I need that water to wash my hands. Like, what kind of water am I washing my hands with? And how is this? And so it was a huge, like, y'all, I was a mess. It has taken me so long to try to get adjusted and to acclimate to life here in Merida. It's not the people, it's not any of that. It is me and my brain living in this environment. And so with me trying to adjust just to my housing, I put my Spanish on hold. My business, I was trying to do my business. And when you try to do the business in the midst of that, then it's like, wait, we have to readjust some things. And so then it's like, okay, we got the business. And then when we got the business, then it's like, my Spanish is on hold. so it's just finding that balance. It is finding that balance. And so I am so glad that we are coming up on the holiday season, wheezing stuffuses. And so, yes, I can be on breaks and just do that right there. And it is time for me to actually take a break from Mexico and leave for a little bit. So I will be on a break, like all things break. And so I'm grateful for that. And then when I come back, it'll be just a little bit of time. Then it'll be time for me to move to a different space. So yeah, my OCD is really bad, but I don't think it's all my fault. So in America, in the United States, when I would move from place to place, and again, keep in mind, I've moved more than 18 times in the United States. And so each of those moves, there's a cleaning service coming in to clean, right? And so things are cleaned and all that jazzmatazz. That is not really the case here in Mexico. Um, that's not the case. And someone said that that was the thing, but I was like, but this it's gonna be something clean. And y'all, I'm gonna give you an example, right? And so I thought the space, like maybe somebody put some kind of effort in, and then like after I had moved in, then well, the process is you come and you look, right? So when you come and you look, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, I like that. Can you do this, and this? And so they're like, okay, well, I can do this, and this. And so you already have your deposit down and everything. And then there's a day that you come back to sign your contract. You have, well, for me anyway, I had a lawyer look over my contract, and then I, after my lawyer was like, everything's good, I pulled up translation so that I could read over the contract myself and feel comfortable with it. So my lawyer checked it first, and then I checked it. Um, if you heard my story prior to beforehand, my lawyer had looked over a previous contract, not for this place, but for a different unit. And they were like, that dude doesn't even own that property. First of all, he doesn't own that property. Second of all, he keeps putting different properties. He's not even listing the same property in the contract. He's listing different addresses. But of all those addresses, first of all, he's not on the single one. Second of all, none of those properties exist in Merida. And so I was just like, so she was just like, run, run, Forrest, run. So yeah. Um, so I had them do all that. So I come back for the contract and I looked and the light was good. The patio was acceptable. The patio was acceptable. The water was running fine. The hot water in the bathroom was still not working. So I was like, okay, I still need someone to work on that. And so she was like, okay, okay, okay. But yeah, I'm looking and it's just like, so the contract is signed, we're good. And then I go through and I'm actually looking through a cabinet. Y'all, if there was not an egg, like a chicken egg, underneath the cabinet, underneath the sink, and I'm like, the hell, like, did y'all clean this? Like, so I'm already feeling dirty, and then I'm looking through cabinets, and when you be still, like you have to be still sometimes, and then just look, and when you come and do a look in a home, you're looking for bugs like roaches and things like that, right? You don't want anything like that moving. And so I didn't see anything like that moving. And so when I'm still, there are these little bitty bugs. They're little bitty, bitty, bitty bugs. They're little bitty, bitty, bitty bugs, and they're black, and they can be in one spot, and then they hop and then they'll run and then you might like see them and I got cleaner. I have cleaner on deck. And so I might spray cleaner or something. And then if they see that the cleaner or the mist got close to them, they'll hop again. And it's just like, oh my goodness, like y'all are so tiny, like, but, and then it's like they have babies on top of babies on top of babies because they always, like, they're everywhere. And I'm just like, how do you get rid of these things? And because I'm not comfortable with them, like, I don't like bugs and I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. So I have issues with everything. I don't want my stuff on anything. And so again, that's messing with my OCD. So like I have these cabinets, I have these everything, but y'all, half of the cabinets, actually more than half of the cabinets that I have, I do not use them. I do not because I'm like, I don't want those little bugs on any of my ish, like nothing. So, like, above the kitchen counter, there's cabinets that's in like three sections and that they have the door closed. Y'all, I have like my tea bags. I have tea. So that's there. I have my salt, my pepper, like my seasonings and things like that. I have barbecue sauce that I smuggled from America. Thank you, mommy. I have some hot sauce, like things like that. Y'all, I have all of them inside of a bag. Like I have a bag. Like I pull out a bag to get the salt. I pull out a bag to get the pepper, the cinnamon, and um turmeric, like things like that. I'm pulling out bags. If I want tea, I'm pulling out a bag. And then usually, depending on what it is, like if it's something that's open, then it's a bag inside of a bag and then that is in there on the shelf. And so it's just like I I'm not comfortable. I'm not comfortable because in all of my other places, like that's not a thing. Like I am so fine with how things are done that I can put something like I might have a shelf. I not might I have shelf liners that I'll put down and then I'll put my items up there. And then I've always had like my dishes and my silverware. I'm a minimalist to begin with. So when I say dishes and silverware, I mean my one plate, my one bowl, my, my one fork. I mean, stuff like that. And I wash my dishes every day and dry them by hand. I don't want water spots on my stuff. And so it's like that kind of thing. But here, like, I don't even have a bag big enough to put my plate in. So my silverware and stuff like that is in the refrigerator. Like I have a bag to put my silverware in and it's in the refrigerator. And then my plate, I actually bought two plates here. They're in the refrigerator. My cutting board is in the refrigerator. Like it's just a hot mess. Like who lives like that? Who lives like that? But you imagine how I was living prior to me saying, I'm gonna put this stuff in the refrigerator and I'm gonna put this stuff in bags in the cabinet. Like everything was so freaking in my brain, like not organized. Like I couldn't do it. And it's just OCD, like OCD, 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 OCD. Because I know people are just like, girl, blow them bugs away. Hell no, it's a bug. Like, where has that bug been? Has it been on somebody's doo-doo and then it's crawling all over my plate? Like, no. How can we eat off of this stuff? So, no. So my OCD is just like crazy, but crazy, but crazy. But I've come to realize that um, there probably were some other steps that I could have taken, but I found out about it like this month. Like this is September. I found out about it. And I plan on moving in maybe 2 months. This. So yeah, I'm that person. Yes, I could clean and do all these different services for my own peace of mind, but why? I'm going to do it for my next move because the thing is yes, I'm moving in 2 months, and so I could clean it and do all that stuff, but I'm about to leave as well to go do my little vacation business, and it's going to be less than 2 months. So let me not do that because by the time I get back, it's going to be time for me to be packing up to then move. So yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I do know for the next move to actually just use these resources, number one. Number two, I need to hurry up because the sun is going down and my curtain's still open. And there's a monster. Let me tell you about this monster real quick. So when I first moved in, there was this noise and I would hear this noise and it would hit on my room and on the in my room, right? And so that right there is like floor to ceiling window. And so I would hear this noise and I would always be in here, but I'm hearing a noise in there and it's hitting real loud. And I was just like, something's hitting my window, something's hitting on the window. And I was like, it's a monster. Like I know it's a monster. And so the monster had like been making noise for a little bit and then stopped. And so I was just like, oh, okay, Mr. Monster. Like I told myself it was iguanas, right? I told myself that it was iguanas that would come at night because I didn't see them during the day. So I was like, yeah, the iguanas come at night and they just, when they turn around, their tails are probably hitting on my window and that's probably what it is. Iguanas are not out here at night, like not in these parts that I see. Mm-mm. It ain't iguana. It's a monster. So a few weeks ago, there was a bread ball. Yeah, a whole ass bread ball, like maybe like this big, like bigger than a dinner roll. Like I don't know, like 1,000 dinner rolls put together. Like no, it was about this big for real. Um, and it was outside my bedroom window, and I'm like, the who threw something over the wall? But on the other side of the wall is like there's it's a field, right? It's a field. And so I'm like, who threw something over the wall? And why would you throw a bread ball over the wall? Like this is a hard, crusty ass looking piece of bread. And so I was mad because it's on my patio. I'm scared to go on my patio because my patio is real scary, right? It's real scary. It's real scary, scary, scary. I went out there one time and I was trying to sweep and my patio was in the shape of an L. So I was sweeping this whole part and then I was like, okay, let me go around the corner. Well, there was an animal on the other side. And so I scared it and it scared the shit out of me. So it's taking off and I'm taking off and I'm damn near tripping over shit to get back away and to get into my house and to get, I'm just like, you know what? I'm not built for all this right now. I'm not. So I'll go outside with the monsters. I don't do nothing with the patio. And so that bread basket ball was out there and I was like, well, shit, who's going to get that? Because if you don't get that, then you're going to be calling other animals. And so then I was just like, how could that have gotten there? So I'm going through all these scenarios in my head of how this have gotten there. And I'm like, it's not a bird because I haven't seen any big birds. Like the biggest bird that I've seen is a pigeon. And it's not an iguana because iguanas ain't even playing with bread like that. So I was just like, I don't know who did this. I was like, you know what? I know what happened. That monster came last night and it was probably playing with his bread ball, just minding his business in my patio space. And excuse me, the light was coming up. Like it lost track of time, right? So it was just like, minding my business, mind my business. Well, the sun was probably starting to come up and it probably like scared him. Like he probably turns into some like or so he had to run back home. And so he left his bread ball behind. And so that was his bread ball. Like he probably hungry too, because that was his bread ball and that was probably his toy. And so I sat there and I looked at it the whole time because I'm like, shoot, somebody got to get that bread ball out of my patio. Like I'm scared. And so yeah, nighttime comes and the bread ball like starting to get nighttime. Like right now, it's like 5 something, and it's starting to get nighttime, so I'm getting a little bit nervous. And so I was like, somebody got to get that bread ball. Bread ball's still there. When the sun is down and it's dark, I'm looking out before I go to sleep that night. I'm looking, I'm like, I don't see that bread ball. I do not see that bread ball. And so sure enough, the next day that bread ball is gone. I was like, you know what? I know I'm right. I know that monster was playing and he lost his bread ball. Like he had to go before the sun came up, right? And then when the sun set, he was like, oh my goodness, nobody took my bread ball. I'm so happy. And he loves his bread ball. So he came back to get his bread ball and his bread ball was gone. And I hope he don't bring no more bread balls over here, at least not while I live here. Because first of all, I don't want the monster. Second of all, I need to hurry up and close my curtains too, because when it comes dark down time, I close my curtains because I don't want the monster seeing in here. So yes. Anyway, so OCD. Okay, so we got OCD. Solo was another thing. Solo was another thing. Did y'all hear it? To live solo, again, I don't have a family here. I don't have friends here. I don't have a kid to bounce stuff off of or to grow balls so that I can go hang out in public. Like I don't have any of that to actually propel me. And so I spend a lot of time here messing up with my Spanish and everything. So those were things that were going against me. But my main thing is I was not safe in my environment with these little bitty bugs. Like it's these little bitty bugs. Those are the only real things that really do bother me. Even the geckos, like them geckos will come in and I'll try to get them out, but then I'll be like, you know what? I'm going to sleep. So then I'll just go to sleep. I'll cover my head up. I'll cover my head up. Yeah, I'll be suffocating. Cover my head up and just let them do what they do. And I never see them again. So I don't know if they make it back out or if they just die in here somewhere. Shoot, I don't know. But yeah, I need to learn my Spanish, which that's what I've been doing for a while, is just like going in on the Spanish and just learning more and more Spanish. I'm comfortable with being able to ask questions and say things. I'm just not comfortable with when you respond to me or when you come up and say something to me. Somebody did come up to me the other day, yesterday actually, came up to me yesterday, and he was just like, Molino, and I was like, I know the word Molino. And so I'm looking because I know the word Molino. And I was like, I think I won't. But y'all, if one of them booger bears come up to my window, hold on. Let me just hold on. So no, I still got a little bit of time. So yeah, he was actually selling like ground spices and stuff. So I did buy some garlic from him and I felt really I like that because I was able to support someone who was local, and like I want to actually start supporting local businesses and stop going to Sam's and Walmart. But I feel some type of level of comfort at Sam's and Walmart because I can just go get what I want, get in line, pay for it, and go about my business. Like I'm not gonna, but I can do that same thing at an actual local establishment too. So that's not a thing. I think the thing is it's just for me to do. I just need to get over it. It's just a mental thing right now. There is no excuse. It's just a mental thing that I need to get past. So yeah, my mental stuff. Those are my mental things. I am more than confident that the more that I'm learning Spanish, I can get out more, be more comfortable. I'm okay to stumble because I'm really grateful for the people who do their YouTube videos and they are like fucking up with some Spanish when they talk to people. And so I feel like my Spanish is a little bit better than that. And so I'm like, if they're confident to go out there and do that, then I should be able to go out and to say that and then to express. But I just need you to speak slower so that I can understand and respond appropriately. So yeah, that those are going to be my next steps is just loving myself more through this process as I am acclimating to this place that is full of these little bitty bugs and y'all, I just don't do bugs. I do not like bugs at all. I don't at all. Like I don't think we should live together. Um, I think we need to break up. So yeah, that kind of thing. So I'll yes, that's it. Before I just go long with this video. So that's all I want to tell you. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or anything like that, suggestions, helps, whatever, put in the comment section, y'all. They do not clean these apartments the way that I was used to. So I needed to kind of get over that hurdle, but I didn't get over that hurdle. Like I needed somebody to hold my hand, and nobody was here to hold my hand. So I thought I would kind of live with it, like clean my way. But then these little bugs would step on the stuff that I would clean. And then I felt like it wasn't clean because this bug just literally stepped on this whole counter, like this whole counter, and this bug stepped on it. So I'm like, did you step over here too? Or did you step? Y'all hop. Like, are you stepping on everything? And so I just feel like nothing is clean. I feel like nothing is clean. These little bugs. Yes, I understand I have OCD, but I feel like it's these little bugs' fault too. Like I feel like it's them because my space was clean and I'm cleaning and y'all just keep stepping on stuff and now it's dirty because you stepped on it. Like you don't see me stepping on your house. I probably do. I probably do. So yeah, that's all. Questions, comments, concern, put in the comment section. I am not going to be editing this video because I have enough mental stuff that I'm dealing with already. So I don't want to edit. I'm just going to upload this and hopefully get in the process of just maybe I can look at y'all as I'm talking to y'all and y'all could be my virtual buddies to help me through my journey, to help me through transitioning to different places because I'm been moving again, guys. And so I just want to see if y'all can come with me, pay attention to me, say that we here, say that we listening, say boo or something. Okay, that's all. Talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all. If you have any questions, y'all, please put in the comment section. Show me some love. Okay, bye, y'all.